So my name's Mike, and I work at Bracken's Auto Tech. Damien showed me this great lube. 15 years as a mechanic, and everybody's got their super good lubricant, or everybody comes out with a penetrating oil. Most of them stink, and they're very messy. This stuff actually works, and it doesn't stink. That's one of the big things. I don't like getting in there and hosing everything down and having to clean up a whole bunch of penetrating oil to get something to work. I like it because you can spray it on, you walk away, you come back, and it actually loosens it up. I mean, you not necessarily loosens it up, but allows you to loosen it up, and so you're not ripping threads off and out as you're coming apart with it. So if you want to try a good product, this stuff is pretty good. The AIM oil is really good.
So what's a typical job you've done with it, for instance?
Typical jobs is just freeing bolts, mostly exhaust, where you're dealing with lots and lots of rust. There's a lot of time too where I like to just use it for everything, squeaky doors, or even I'll use it as an assembly lube, or I'll wipe my seals with it so they're lube and not starting off dry. I know it'll be slick and it's not going to wreck anything. It doesn't make it doesn't seem to make the rubber gaskets swell or make it soft. It's just it washes off easy. I haven't noticed it collecting a whole lot of dust and a bunch of muck. Once you're done with it, it kind of just seems to go away.
Your name and where you work, what you do.
Nitro Tippers, work at Bracken's Auto Tech in St. Louis, Utah.
And then describe how you use AIM.
I use AIM a lot with exhaust bolts that are rusted. I'll heat the bolt, drench them down with oil, and do that 2 or 3 times, walk away, and 9 out of 10 times things slip right off.
Do you ever have to apply heat?
Oftentimes I do apply heat.
Tell me how things work with the product. Do you like it, or?
It's the only product I use anymore.
Tell me a little bit about what you used to use.
I used to use another product that does a good job, but it's extremely messy, smelly.
What was the name of that product?
Enforce.
Okay.
So another top quality brand.
And the main jobs that you do here?
I do all the exhaust work and do general automotive work. I use the AIM on firearms at home, tools. I use them in my pneumatic tools at work and at home.
I've heard you talk about your farm, your dad's farm.
Yeah.
What do you do there with it?
Repair rusted equipment. Put it on in the morning and go out after lunch and take the bolts off pretty handily.
So you find out that it works pretty well on your guns too?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Todd from Bracken's. I was introduced to PlanetSafe AIM as a alternative to some of the oils that we use. I believe it's a great and safe product. The biggest thing that I've really enjoyed about it is we were able to apply it in areas like oxygen sensors, battery cables, those sorts of things. Walk away from it for a little while, come back, and it'll come right loose, versus the alternative of heat and other things that we've had to do. It seems to work pretty well for us.
What other kind of products did you used to use?
A lot of it was the BG's products, WD-40, those sorts of things, and they work okay. They just didn't seem to have the penetration as to what this has. And also the bottles that we use to apply it, we can get right down in there where we need to be, so we don't have oil all over the place. And it just seems to penetrate a lot better.
So the fact that it's not in an aerosol, does that bother you?
No, I think it's actually an advantage. Various applications that we have, one of them is, that little bottle with a needle on the end of it just really gets us right up to where we need to get.
Any other things about it?
I enjoy it. It seems to work pretty good. I haven't been dissatisfied with it, not for one reason yet.
Okay. Thanks very much.
You bet.